Really and truly, I shouldn't have to make this video, but I keep seeing these narratives being pushed about football boots, and it's just got to stop. It's the year 2022. So if you still believe in these things in 2022, not only are you holding yourself back, you're probably holding the rest of humanity back as well. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the few things about football boots that you need to stop believing in 2022.
1.
So the first one is I'd probably say this is the newest one that's come about in recent years that's been pushed, and I really don't know where it's come from. The brands themselves have never even tried to push this, but I think this is just people's head canon. So this kind of started in around, I want to say, the 2014 World Cup, where Nike released two football boots which were unlike anything we've seen before. So if you don't know what I'm talking about the Nike Magista Obra and the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4. Both boots had collars, and since then people have been pushing this narrative that the collar of football boots, or collared football boots in general, has, well, the sock part, I'm gonna call it, provides ankle protection.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Now I want you to think really hard about this one. What sock provides ankle protection? Can you think of any? Neither can I. So let's put it straight. So first of all, the reason why it's actually there. The reason why it's actually there is because it offers a better fit. It's called the Dynamic Fit Collar by Nike. Dynamic fit. So just there to optimize your fit, and in my opinion, it does a decent enough job. So yeah, please do not think that the collars of football boots provide any type of ankle protection. They do not. It is a sock. It has no structural integrity to it. It's a bit compressive, but that's about it, and that's just to improve fits. So please stop believing that collared football boots offer ankle protection.
2.
Now this next one, this is probably the one that irks me the most, because really and truly this is just the epitome of being brainwashed if you actually believe in this one. Like, you really have to be a special case of stupid to actually believe this one, or you're just below the age of 12. Either or, if you're above 12 years old and still believe in this, you truly need to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I doing with my life? So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it is boots by position.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
So unfortunately, there are people out there that think because you play a certain position that you can only wear a certain pair of football boots. So, because you're centre back, you can only wear Tiempos, or you're supposed to wear Tiempos, or because you're a winger, you're supposed to wear Mercurials. Now, I kind of understand where it came from. It's probably just marketing campaigns from brands where they put certain players who play a certain position in a certain pair of boots. But if you take a quick look around and just not only look at these campaigns, you will see that there's players who these boots wouldn't be associated with, should I say, or like the kind of brand campaigns that these brands try to push with certain boots, they don't fit the narrative with certain players. So I've made a video on this kind of topic before, but I'll give you the Hypervenom when they first came out in 2013. So the high enough push was like a new breed of attack, so they put attacking players, so like the likes of Neymar, Ibrahimovic, Lewandowski, Wayne Rooney, they all wore the Hypervenom. But if you take a quicker look, you see the likes of John Stones, a centre-back, was also wearing those. You see Asmir Vegovic from, I think he was at Bournemouth at the time, I'm not too sure, or Stoke City, he wore Hypervenoms as well. So like, the brands, these are also Nike affiliated players as well, the likes of John Stones and Begovic. So Nike themselves, they just push this narrative to try and sell boots themselves. They don't actually believe all of it themselves. So like, if the fact they're giving a boot for a new breed of attackers to a centre back and a goalkeeper, what does that really tell you?
Did you see what I did there?
It's a scam.
So, and another thing is, like, I'm not sure the people who actually believe this. So if you've played the actual game of football, no matter what position you are, you have to probably do all the aspects of what a footballer would need to do. So even if you're a centre back, there's gonna be times you need to dribble. There's gonna be times you need to tackle. Same if you're a winger, there's gonna be times when you need to dribble. The same times you're gonna need to tackle. I get that you do certain things more in certain positions, but at the same time, no boot is actually built to actually improve any aspect of your game. So it's not gonna make you a better centre back wearing tiempos. It's not gonna make you a better winger wearing mercurials. I always come up with the thing like, if FIFA now came around and said everyone had to wear the same pair of football boots from now on, football's not change, the quality's not going to change. I mean, on the TV or when you're at a match, it might look a bit less colourful, but at the same time, it's not going to make a huge difference. These players, they're not going to lose their ability. They're still going to be the same players. So please don't buy into the narrative just that because you play a certain position, you can only wear a certain pair of boots. Please wear whatever you feel like. If you're a centre back, wear mercurials. If you're a winger, wear tiempos. Just wear what you prefer, what makes you feel comfortable.
3.
So this next one is going to be very hard for some people to hear. I know a lot of you spend a lot of money on football boots, like myself, for different reasons, but there's some of you who spend it for this particular reason, and I'm gonna have to break you the bad news. No pair of football boots is going to improve any attribute that you have.
You need to leave.
Okay, so speed boots, they're not gonna make you faster.
No.
Power boots, they're not gonna make your shots harder.
No.
Leather boots, they may be a bit more comfortable, but they're not gonna improve your touch.
No.
Let's actually break down this one. So the easiest one to talk about would be the fact that brands try and push this narrative of how and speed boots make you faster, and the kind of thing they go off is like, because they're lighter, you're gonna run faster. Now theoretically, if we're talking about physics, yeah, lighter sometimes will mean faster because you're dragging less weight on your feet. Okay, but in terms of football boots, especially modern football boots, it's pretty much so insignificant. So let me give you an example. Say there's two pairs of football boots. One weighs 200 grams, the other weighs 250. And let's say the footballer that's wearing them is 75 kg. In terms of the 200 gram boots, they will make up around 0.27% of the player's actual weight. And with the 250, it will be around 0.33% of the actual weight. Now, between the percentages, that's what 0.1, 0.06.
Quick maths.
That's insignificant on a football pitch. Maybe if you're a flex sprinter, that might be a world of difference, but on a football pitch, that's not going to help you at all, especially at like the grassroots level. Maybe if you're playing more of an elite, maybe academy pros, it could, but even then, I doubt it, because even then, when you're playing football, how many times do you need to like really break out into a full sprint? Not as many as you think, and not enough to actually suggest that footballs can actually make you faster. So I know a lot of people have said, oh, I felt faster when I put on so and so boots, and the reason for that is placebo. So if you don't know, placebo is a psychological effect where it makes you feel, in a sense, better. And is better the word? No, I say better, but it kind of, you believe in the hype, in your own hype kind of thing. So say, because Nike have kind of pushed this narrative that, oh, mercurials will make you faster, they're giving it to Mbappe, giving it to Cristiano Ronaldo, all these fast footballers. Now you've put them on after you've taken off your dusty Copa Mundials. You feel like you're running like Usain Bolt. I'm telling you, you're not running like Usain Bolt. You're still the same person. You're not any faster. I'm sorry to tell you. So like, it's just all kind of psychological. Maybe the psychological stuff can actually help you in the game. I don't know, maybe you exert more force, maybe you push that extra bit harder when you're running, so maybe in that sense. But if I'm paying a stupid amount of money for football boots, they better make me faster. I'm not paying £250 for 0.005% faster, if it's even that. And to add to this, there's no statistical tests out there to actually prove that lighter football boots can make you faster. You know what I mean? Well, not yet anyway. So like, there's some tests on YouTube, but none of them are scientifically accurate. But like I said, there's no statistical evidence or scientific evidence, should I say, to actually prove that lighter football boots can make you faster, or that weight, in that sense, even though with this fine margins in weight, a football boot will make you faster. Now, the whole thing of marketing towards speed and lightweight football boots, that's another problem, especially with modern day football boots. Let's take Nike, for example, my favorite brand. The Mercurial Vapor 14 weighs 205 grams. The Nike Tiempo 9 weighs 216 grams. Both of those, I think, have been a size UK 8 or 9. That's a 11 gram difference. That 11 gram difference is not going to make any difference on a football pitch whatsoever. I'm sorry to tell you. So, you know, the fact that Nike even marketed the Tiempo as like a touch boot now or whatever it is, like, even that's garbage, because that Tiempo is now lighter than some speed boots on the market already. So, you know, Nike have gone on this route of trying to mercurialize all their other boots, but that's a topic for another video anyway. So, like I said, no pair of football boots is going to improve a single attribute that you have. If anything, it will just be placebo. So please don't waste your money thinking that because you wear lighter football boots, you're gonna run faster. Don't think because you're wearing power boots or whatever, your touch is gonna improve or your shots are gonna be harder. Please don't believe any of that nonsense.
4.
Now this one, I'm a bit of a hypocrite for this one. This next one is wearing, this one in particular anyway, because you know there's a lot of people who wear different boots on the incorrect surface, but this is probably the worst one to do, and that would be wearing FG on artificial surfaces. So, you know, the reason why it's so bad is because the FG stud configurations that you get on football boots, when they're on these artificial surfaces, there's a lot more grip. So, you know, there's a lot more energy exerted when you're changing direction on these pitches. So, and this is a lot harsher on your joints, particularly your knees and your ankles. So when you're turning, sometimes your foot might get locked in because of how grippy your surface is to your boots, and that will result in like serious injuries. So, you know, I've seen videos of people dislocating their knees, tearing their ACL. You know, I've sprained my knee a few times from doing it. So literally, please, for your own sake, do not do it. I know there's some of you who've been lucky, who've not experienced any injuries and have done this. Please continue to do this. You might not get injured, but you know, for your own sake, please stop. And then, but if you haven't, lucky you. Yeah. So, but there is a way around it, in my opinion. So it has to do with the stud configuration. So when you see boots, so let's take the Speedflow and the Mercurial. They have what are called, the triangular studs are called chevron studs, and that's what gives it such that aggressive kind of grip with FG surfaces. So there's a lot of traction, okay, but you don't want too much traction, because that's the case where it happens with the AG, FG. Yeah, I'm getting confused with FG, AG, blah blah blah. So these, I'll say, artificial surfaces with these FG stud configurations, there's a lot more traction, which is the result of these injuries. So a way around that is if you kind of compare the AG boots and their stud configuration, you see the studs are a lot shallower and they're very round, sometimes they're hollow as well. So if you must wear FG on AG, I wouldn't advise it, but like if you must do, I would get a boot that is like a mix, so like the Puma Ultra, the Puma Future. There's an FG AG stud pattern there, or if you want to get another brand, try and get one where the boots and the stud configuration have rounded studs. So, you know, it's more about stability rather than traction and grip. And, you know, so the amount of grip that you have with the surface is going to be a lot less than it would be with a boot with a more aggressive stud pattern.
5, 4.
Now this final one is probably aimed more towards like kids who are still growing, maybe some adults out there, but you do not need to get top end full boots. Yeah, I said that you don't need to get top end full boots. Maybe you're a collector, maybe you're a pro, and yeah, that's fine. But literally, if you're playing grassroots football, there's no real need to get top end football boots. Okay, so especially if you're still growing as well, that one is insane to me. I didn't get my first pair of top end football boots until my feet still growing, and I was around when I was 15 years old. Yeah, even then, before that, I was just getting takedown models. So like, there's no shame in getting takedown models. Again, a lot of the time, these brands try and push this kind of narrative where they've given takedown models certain names in correspondence to the top end model to actually show that this one is lesser and lesser. So, you know, there's no shame in getting a pro Mercurial instead of an elite Mercurial. You know, getting an elite's not going to make you turn into Mbappe or Cristiano Ronaldo. A pro will be just fine, and it's more affordable as well. So like I said with the thing, if you're still growing, like, what's the point in getting a £200 20 football boots when your feet you're going to grow out of them in like what, maybe 6 months? And then, you know, like, as opposed to getting a pair of £60 ones, you know, just a compound effect, you're going to save a lot more money, or your parents are going to save a lot more money, I should hope. So yeah, don't feel the pressure to get the top spec football boots when the lower end takedown ones, which are reasonably good as well, they're still good value for money. So yeah, don't be ashamed to get a takedown model. I won't be though. Now, it's not all doom and gloom, so don't you worry. There's still time to save yourself and become a better person in society. And if you need someone to help you along, to set you on a straight path, be sure to support the channel with a subscription, liking the video, and turning on bell notifications so you know when I post a new video. Apart from that, that's pretty much been the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, like the video, share it with your friends, be sure to follow me on all my socials, and yeah, thanks for watching. My name is Sub, this has been SubStanceFtbl. Peace out.